Hello and welcome, my beautiful Pisces masculine. It is your time again this week to see what kind of energies are coming in for you and how we can help you out with that. So, if you're not used to it, I do readings for masculine and feminine in the same reading. I split them up one week, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see what kind of energy comes in for you. Last week I split them up one week and then I put them back together last week. And to tell you the truth, it's because your reaction to things, you needed to take a page out of the feminine. So that's why I put them back together. We'll see how this one goes. We'll go back and forth. Just know this is for you for sure. Whether there's a feminine side to it or not, this is definitely for you. So here we go. So we have the Seven of Cups coming in. It's usually about trying to make a choice, trying to decide what we want. And it's nice to have choices. Sometimes, though, we're not sure what to choose, what to pick, if we're doing the right thing. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. Nice card. Nice card to have with that. And then you have another, it's like this is the Six of Cups. Okay, so you have the Seven of Cups and the Six of Cups. Very interesting kind of energy coming in with all of these. The thing is I feel like you're a little bit in limbo. You know you definitely want to go somewhere with something. But you're basing your... This could be like basing your decisions on things that you know, things from the past, things that you may have been interested in when you were younger. It's like bringing something up from the past to help you move forward. Let's see. I'm going to take this other deck to clarify. I'm going to do this a little bit like I do on the Life Path number tarot. I'm just going to pull the 3 cards, the clarifying cards, and then what kind of advice they'd like to give you, right? Okay, so you have the Magician. This is very good. Don't mind my rabbit. I think she hears me shuffling and then she starts doing that stuff. So I actually saw him at the underneath the deck, so I noticed him. These are very power-filled cards. Not surprising. My beautiful masculine. I mean, this is like the epitome of masculinity for me. Having the tools, having the power, getting to work. It's all action-orientated, okay? But there's the creativity. Okay, so yeah. What I'm getting here is what's tripping you up is the delay. The delay is in the creativity part. You're not too sure what you should be choosing. Something has got you, maybe last week when I told you to look at the feminine, something has got you going, I know I want to work on something really fabulous and fantastic, but I have choices, and I'm not entirely sure how to step into them, how not to... This is an alienation from this. I feel like you're trying to alienation from your creativity. You felt like you're afraid that if you do something, you're going to somehow do the wrong thing. So let's see what Spirit has for you. Because this is definitely the energy. I feel like you're all powerful. You have everything you need. You have all the components. You have the courage, the power, you have the tools, and you have the work ethic to do it, to get it done, to bring this to life, whatever idea that might be. But there's something here, over here, that's kind of tripping you up. let's see what Spirit has to say to help you out this week. Ten of Swords. Okay, right away when this came out, all I heard is stay away from those self-defeating thoughts. That's exactly what I thought. And those self-defeating thoughts. Because this is like a beautiful match made in heaven. This is like manifestation gold, is what they're telling me. The Ten of Swords is like, get away from that kind of energy. Right? And then the blocks will disappear. You have the Two of Swords, but it's in reverse. So it means then the clouds will kind of shift away out of your, line of sight, and you're going to be able to move it forward, right? Look at this Five of Swords. You're looking too much in what you're disconnecting from. Again, you're disconnecting from your receiving, but you're receiving in the wrong way. You're receiving like in the mind. This is all the head. This is all the head telling you what's going on, and it's disconnecting you from your creative side. So this is what this meant. Thank you for clarifying that. There's something here about, if you look at this together, that's what it looks like. This is your creativity, disconnected, and it has to do with a disconnect from the intuitive. I know, my beautiful masculine, sometimes it's hard to just kind of connect to the intuitive, but I'm going to tell you something. I say this all the time in all of my readings. Even in masculine, there needs to be a balance between the two, okay? Even in relationships, my husband receives from me and then puts it into action. That's the general thing. If you look at it as in people, that's the way it works, right? He receives the hints. He pays close attention. He can't just act without knowing what to act on. So this is the same way, but spiritually. You can't act if you haven't received anything to act upon. So what's happening is going on the other side. The Five of Swords is always the other side of the fence, seeing the other side for what it's trying to offer you so that you can get the answers you need. So go to the other side. Yes, join the feminine team to receive what you need to. Join the balanced spiritual team. The reason I say feminine is because it's the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is, of course, the feminine, the Hierophant, right? What happens, though, with the High Priestess is that she sits there in her inner wisdom and in her receptivity, spiritually. She listens to her higher self. She trusts her intuition. She seeks answers, okay? But it's by being an open vessel, like open hands, right? It doesn't mean that you're making yourself vulnerable or open to attack. It just means that you're going within yourself in a very quiet spot and paying attention. Paying attention to the energy that's coming in. Very much as if you would be in a relationship, let's say, with a partner. Okay, it doesn't matter, with a partner, and receiving that feminine vibe. Okay, and I don't care what you identify as here. This is for a masculine energy. Okay, so as a masculine energy, you do rely on the feminine energy to help guide you, right? The feminine energy receives, and then the masculine energy puts it in place. He brings about the manifestation, which is a wonderful thing, but they have to work together. You can't have one without the other either way. You can't just simply receive and not put it into action, and you can't just put things into action that you haven't received. So that's the only thing that's going on here. It's the only thing that I feel here. It's you've kind of disconnected from your creativity. This here, right here, I'm not mistaken, and I'm going to pull another card with this deck, this childlike, it may have something to do with your childhood. It may be that you're not feeling childlike enough. We're going to validate that because okay, so what they're telling me, it's moving away from preconceived childhood traditions, the stuff you've been taught, okay? The preconditions that you work with all the time. It's time to leave that behind, with the Eight of Cups is kind of telling me. So if you've been taught to do something in a certain way, this could be for my beautiful masculine who have been taught that you don't need anybody. If you simply act on something, something will happen. In other words, it's being the typical masculine person, right? Energy. Going, I can do this, I just have to put hard work into it, and the rest will fall into place. It's wonderful. I love masculine energy. I love masculine action. But if you're not moving with any indication of where you need to go, you're moving into a dead end. And I can say that I have experience with my husband. For a time, he was moving, wanted to be the, the one who brings in the money, the one who takes care of his family. And it brought from childhood. He was taught that from his father. It was passed down. You have to be the breadwinner. You have to be the one who takes care. But he wasn't taking care of us in any kind of emotional sense, any spiritual sense. So he was just moving all the time in action, but losing the connection. And this is what I feel this is right here, okay? You've lost a connection. You need to re-tap into it. Now, how do you do that? I feel like a little bit of a fish out of water saying that's funny because I'm a Pisces. But let's see if I can get anything for you here. I'm going to take from the Psychic Oracle deck. I feel it's got a very masculine vibe to it. Maybe something you can do in your masculine energy. It doesn't feel too out of sorts. I know that, we have to connect with our energies. It doesn't need to be, you don't need to dress in pink. Let's go look at, what. Now, there's nothing wrong with pink. I've seen pink dress shirts. Ooh. Okay. So, the suggestion they came up with is trapped in fear. Again, I feel an Eight of Swords. Eights are coming out a lot for you today. Don't let fear guide your journey. Be open. Be more open. I would say that if when the old kind of thing comes in that tells you, oh no, you can't do that, what you should be doing is saying more like, why am I reacting this way? Is it because I was taught to, I know best and I have to keep on moving? And if that's the answer, then I think that you need to go look why that scares you, to slow up and get the answer somewhere else, or see how you can move forward. Fear, the word fear coming in most definitely has something to do with it. Fear of failure, maybe. Yeah, fear of failure. Deal with your fear of failure. As long as you keep trying, you're never failing. You know that, right? Let's take another one for you. That one went right to the floor. So, yeah. Balance, foundation, and achievements both came out. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So balance, of course, is temperance. It's have patience with yourself and seek balance. It's also, balance is also 11. It's justice. It's weighing things, but weigh them the way it came out, because this one came out underneath. I didn't even know how it turned. Foundation and achievements. This feels really nice. This feels like a little bit Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands together. And I'm going to tell you this, I feel like it's saying just look at everything you've accomplished and balance it out that way. Not in the way of, you know, like I'm supposed to be here, I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to, you know, I'm supposed to be the very powerful masculine. I want you to balance it out in how far you've come, everything you've done, everything you've accomplished, the achievements in your life. And then look back and see maybe, how did that come to? How did that become? Did it present, was there a balance of things that came together? In other words, masculine and feminine, because we're really looking at that. So what kind of balance came in to help me out at that point? Did I get a hit? Did I get an intuitive hit? Did I get a receiving of something that gave me the indication of where I needed to go, what I needed to do? Okay. Every great thing needs a research, a time of research, a time of receiving before you can move it forward. Even in relationships where men and women work together. My husband didn't know how to reconnect with me. He had to observe me, had to look at me. He had to see the way I reacted, the things that I did. As women, we do that a lot. We anticipate that a lot, especially if you're in your feminine. I knew that he liked his certain times alone, and I knew, because I paid attention, he had to do that too, so that he could reciprocate, so he can reconnect with me and the family at one point. So everything has, you need a recon. Let's just put it like that for men. You need to go into recon mode for a while, and that means just sitting back, watching, understanding, and then balancing things out so that you know what you can move on. You're rebalancing things, okay? And then when you start questioning yourself, well, I don't know if I should be doing it this way, just look at your foundations, your achievement, and if those things applied then, did you get, like I said, did you get the information you needed before you went forward? So this is great. I think you're getting a lot here. You're getting a lot of information. It's very good. By no means am I saying you should turn feminine, because, you know, we need your masculinity in this world, the masculine energy. Absolutely. I'm all for it. I'm here waving the flag, okay? I love masculine men. I always have. I think there should be more of you out there, you know, being yourselves. But I do understand that for us to be both, we need to balance the energies out to help each other, especially in some parts of our lives where we just need to move, right? We just need to get things done. So, and we need each other to do that. All right, that's it. That's it for you for today. I hope that's helped you out. I'm going to continue now and do the feminine. I don't know if I need to make these together. Anyway, I'm going to stop the camera and decide later if I'm going to integrate them together or not, or just split them up. But either way, I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful end of week. Keep watching. Let me know if you've enjoyed these. I know men don't always talk, but press a like, stick an emoji, even if it's a sword. I'd love it. Just let me know if you're good with it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye for now.